All right, ready to dive into something we all think about, right? Living longer, but not just longer, happier too.
Who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. And you all sent us this book, Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life, by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, it's like everyone wants that secret recipe from Okinawa, that island in Japan with all those people living past 100.
And not just existing, but thriving. What struck me is the authors didn't just do a little research. They went and interviewed these Okinawans. Getting their firsthand stories makes a difference.
Totally. It's not like a diet book. It's deeper than that.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole philosophy.
Right. And at the core of it all is this word, Ikigai. I'll admit, the first time I heard it, I was like, ugh, another buzzword. But there's something more to it, isn't there?
It's one of those words that's hard to translate directly. It's not just about having a job you love. It's deeper. Like that thing that makes you excited to get up in the morning.
Even on a Monday.
Especially on a Monday. So how do we find this Ikigai thing? Is there a map?
Right. Like, what's the secret?
Well, the book uses this cool visual for overlapping circles. What you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and get this, what you can be paid for.
Okay, I like where this is going. It's not just about one perfect job then.
Nope. It's about how those areas work together in your life as a whole.
So it's less about find your dream job and more about finding fulfillment overall.
Exactly. It's about your whole life, not just your work life. And that's where their 10 rules for a long, happy life come in. They help make this Ikigai idea a bit more practical.
10 rules, all right. But let me ask, is it really about living to 100? Or is it more about making those years count?
You hit the nail on the head. The book makes it clear. It's not about the number of years, but the life you pack into those years. These Okinawans weren't just sitting around waiting to hit 100. They were active, joyful, engaged with life.
Now that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get into it. Rule #1, hit me.
So rule number 1, it's not exactly a shocker. Find and follow your Ikigai. But they don't just leave it there. They make it clear it's not like you find it once and you're done.
Right, not like checking it off your list.
Yeah. It's an ongoing thing. You're always exploring those 4 circles, because you change, so they probably do too.
It's like a journey, not a destination.
Exactly. All right, so how do we actually do that? Rule number 2, take it slow. And this one, I'll be honest, it's tough, especially for, well, most of us, right? Living these busy lives.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like I'm always rushing.
Right. But the Okinawans, they've got this different relationship with time. They enjoy the little things, having key, listening to music, really being present with people.
Just hearing you describe that, I feel myself relaxing a little.
See, it's about finding those moments of calm, even if it's just for a minute or two here and there.
I like it. Okay, so we're slowing down, enjoying life. This makes me think about food. Does that play into it?
Absolutely. Rule number 3, don't fill your stomach. Don't worry, it's not about starving yourself.
Okay, good, because I was worried for a second.
It's about being mindful, not just mindlessly eating.
So it's not about what you eat, but how you eat.
You got it. They have this thing called hahahachibu. It means eating until you're about 80% full.
So stopping before you feel stuffed.
Exactly. The book even gives some tips. Smaller plates, no distractions while you eat, put the phone down, be present with your food.
I've been trying to be better about that. And it's true, food tastes better when you really taste it,
Right. And how do you feel after?
Yeah.
When you don't overdo it, you've got energy.
Way better than that after Thanksgiving feeling, that's for sure.
Speaking of connection, what's next? Rule #4.
Rule #4, surround yourself with good friends. And they mean real friends, not just how many followers you have.
Yeah, Instagram isn't real life.
Nope. The book talks about how Okinawans have these groups, moas they call them, lifelong friends supporting each other, sharing life, like a built-in support network. Makes you wonder if that's part of why they live so long.
Well, there's research on that. Social connections, the real deal, they're linked to a longer, healthier life.
No kidding. Okay, hit me with rule #5. What else have these Okinawans figured out?
This one's short and sweet, smile. It doesn't mean you have to walk around grinning like a maniac all day.
I was just thinking that.
It's about resilience, approaching things with a positive attitude,
Yeah.
even when things are tough.
I love that. Because life throws curveballs, right? But facing them with a smile, that's powerful. Doesn't smiling actually have physical benefits too?
It does, even if you don't feel like it. Just the act of smiling, it can lower your heart rate, reduce stress.
It's like a mini meditation you can do anywhere. I'm going to try that next time I'm stuck in traffic. Smile my stress away. Okay, what's next?
Rule #6 takes us outside. Reconnect with nature. The book really emphasizes how essential that is for us.
Well, living in Okinawa, it's probably not hard to spend time in nature.
Right. But they get it. Not everyone lives in paradise.
Hmm.
So even little things, bringing plants into your home, a walk in the park, just looking at the sunset.
I like it. Little things adding up.
Exactly. Okay, ready for rule #7. This one's interesting.
Rule #7 is interesting to me, give thanks. And I feel like this is deeper than just saying thank you when someone holds the door open.
Oh, for sure. It's about really feeling grateful. The book talks about how the Okinawans, they give thanks for everything. Family, friends, food, even just the air they breathe.
Wow, I like that. But how do you actually do that every day? It feels like something you have to practice.
Yeah, it's like a muscle you got to train.
They talk about keeping a gratitude journal, just writing down a few things each day you're thankful for, and of course, telling people directly.
Not keeping it all bottled up inside.
Exactly. And studies show it actually works. Doing that gratitude stuff can actually make you happier overall.
See, even science agrees with the Okinawans. Okay, what's next? Rule #8.
This one you might guess, exercise. But hold on, we're not talking about crazy gym workouts.
Thank goodness for that. The book emphasizes how Okinawans, they just move naturally in their day-to-day life.
So less about forcing a workout, more about finding ways to enjoy moving your body.
Exactly. Gardening, walking, traditional dance. They're just active without making it this big thing.
I like that. What about rule #9?
This one's all about being present, living in the moment, they call it.
Ooh, that's so important. Being mindful of where you are, what you're doing, not lost in thought a million miles away.
Right. The book talks about flow state, that feeling when you're so into something that time disappears.
Oh, I know that feeling. Reading a good book, working on a project you love.
Yeah, exactly. And even though the book uses examples like mountain climbing, which is pretty intense, they say you can find flow in everyday things too.
Okay, I need an example. How do I find flow while doing the dishes,
It's about bringing your attention to it, really being present with it, feeling the warm water, how satisfying it is to get something clean.
It's like turning a chore into a mindful practice. I never thought of it like that.
Right. It's a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for the 10th and final rule.
Hit me. What's number 10?
This one's a bit radical. Never retire.
Wait, seriously? No retirement. Are they working until they're 100?
Not necessarily like a regular job. It's about the mindset. They see retirement as this sudden stop, and that can mess with your Ikigai, that sense of purpose.
So it's about staying active, engaged, curious, no matter how old you are.
Exactly. Keep learning, growing, contributing. Your Ikigai, it's not something you just clock out of. It's part of you.
I love that. So as we wrap up here, what's the biggest takeaway from all this? What can our listeners hold on to?
Well, these Okinawans remind us that a long and happy life, it's not about finding some magical answer. It's about the journey, savoring each day, finding what makes life feel meaningful. It's not a destination, it's how you live each day.
Beautifully put. And remember, it's never too late to start living like that, whether it's slowing down, connecting with someone, or just feeling grateful for the good stuff.
Exactly. Every little step counts.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep exploring.